Hey, hi, howdy, everyone. How it goes? It's Levi with Member Solutions, and over here with Zone Support. It is Chris's birthday, which is awesome. How old are you now, Chris?
8.
Huh?
8.
Oh, you're 48.
No,
He's
no, no, I'm 47.
you're 40.
I get to wait a whole nother year before I'm 48. Man, 42 seconds in, not one person yet. There we go.
It'll take a little bit for
Yeah, I
people
know.
to shuffle in this early in the morning.
Thank you, Jeremy Sandock. Appreciate that.
Your voice okay?
What?
Your voice okay?
Yeah, I'm not talking at full volume because there's people sleeping in the next room over.
Oh, okay. I have a
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
I am washed out today on my screen. I don't know what's going on there. Doesn't really change. Did Levi get any rest? What is sleep? Sleep is for the weak. My sleep schedule's all screwed up. We'll figure things out. So Chris has got a video that he's going to be filming. He's kind of taken front. I've kind of like taken a back area of the Winchester videos, and like he's been using like Google. Probably because I answer faster. um, so today's video, did you write it down? Versus
Yeah.
Muzan. Yep, you did.
Yep.
I realized when he was asking me questions that the Demon Slayers, demons, are more like the vampires of Supernatural, because like minus the fact that the vampires of Supernatural can actually go out in the sun and not die. They just feel tired and weak and whatnot. They need to have their head cut off. And some of the vampires in Supernatural, were trained to do stuff. Honestly, most of the time, what I've seen of Demon Slayers, there's not a whole lot of difference. They have a few abilities, but not like this over extreme. It's just they're strong, powerful, and the Edo period esque thing. They use swords or weapons, and some sparkle, some burns, others get tans. Depends on the literature. I like that. So it's not the heat that's honestly messing me up. It's the sun never going down that's messing me up more than anything. I get like 3 hours of dark, it feels like sometimes. I know it's more, but like it's not much more right now. So Looney Tunes Back in Action is not the successor to Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit was its own thing. Roger Rabbit has never happened since. The studios never worked together pretty much ever again in the way that they did on Roger Rabbit. In fact, the reason why you have Daffy Duck and Mickey, or all the main characters, whatever, all of them have the same amount of screen time, because the only way that the studios were going to allow, and I don't think Mickey was there, but all the characters, all the main like big name characters that you see in that show had to have the same screen time. This is a weird fact that I know, but I can't tell you the exact character names. It's like I know this fact, but I don't know the names. It's a weird thing. And I was like, that's an interesting thing. That's stuck in my head. But no, that's not a Looney Tunes was its own thing. Roger Rabbit was its own thing. It's Chris's birthday. And then we got a cameo request from a Luke. I'm not saying his last name because I'm not going to do that. Winchester's investigate a demon that's using chains, and they suggested the Cenobite, and instead find Gentry Chow. If you guys don't know who that is from Netflix. I just forgot the whole name because it is the name. Gentry Chow versus the Underworld. And I might be mispronouncing her name. I got to go and rewatch the show again. The issue I have here is I feel like I may need to take it from the Winchester side. It's like the only way that this works based on the context. And it reports of the Devil Girl of River Fork, due to a subreddit and her stalker vice principal. The vice principal wasn't a stalker of her so much as the person that set the fire. That's a misunderstanding there, but that's a brand of stalking dependent on timeline and Gentry's story. It's very specific, and sometimes this is where things getting too specific can hurt a sketch. The best way I think that we could do this and still use a bunch of this information would be to be talking to the Winchesters after they have talked to the vice principal. And use the Cenobite as a throwaway reference. I'm not quite sure where to go with this too much. Because I feel like the other actual demons that she deals with would be what the brothers run into before they run into Gentry. And the way that they would run into Gentry would be her killing one of the demons. And bam, they've got a new friend, Demon Slayer thing, but she's a kid, and that would wind up screwing with the timeline. So I don't know. It's a good series. I will say this. I watched it with my youngest. We really liked it. I got to rewatch it. It's been a year, and we haven't heard anything on a season 2. They were teasing that they were getting told that there was probably going to be a season 2 because the numbers were good enough. And they were part of the SAG-AFTRA deal, or at least they were supposed to be, where any animation and show is supposed to get a second season, provided they meet certain metrics. And they met those metrics, but they also might not have been. It's weird because around that time frame, there was a lot of stuff in the air, and I have no idea if any of those reports are true that they were part of that deal, or if they produced the stuff and they didn't quite make it in there. Yeah, we're going to have Goku Black call the hotline. How would we have Goku Black call the hotline and establish that's who it is? Without it sounding exactly the way that sounds. Just
well, he's called Goku Black. There's lots of ways, but I'm not thinking about that right now.
Yeah, you're right. Now you're on the Sam and Dean Winchester versus Muzan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right there. I was right. They had to have equal time with their counterparts. Going back on the Roger Rabbit conversation. If Goku turned into a zombie, it would depend on the type of zombie virus, if I'm to be honest. Because it wouldn't be Goku, it would be his animated body, right? For most of the zombie stuff. In which case it wouldn't have any chi or anything like that. Now if you get like he'd still be strong, you would have to go the route of I think not Daisy. Umbrella Corp, I think it was. That zombie universe. Big ball zombies and stuff like that. That would probably work. That way you'd have like a legitimate threat from Goku being a zombie. Otherwise, decay flesh type scenario still causes issues. And Goku's strong because of his chi and access to it, and him being a Saiyan, of course. But if he turned into a zombie, yeah, the Marvel's Zombies one, where they still had their powers and abilities, that one would be pretty bad too. David, it's not real. If it was real, we would have problems. You're thinking about the fact that there's a fungus that can take over insect bodies, and even that's limited. Real and based on real are two entirely different things. And it is very important that we establish a line between the two. The company is real. So is Acme. There's a lot of companies that are real, that are in like media and everything. The flood wouldn't be as big of a deal. I don't think Goku would have any issue with the flood.
No, if you have Kamehameha and what's the thing called? The giant ball of energy
Spirit?
you can create. The spirit bomb,
Yeah.
And everything else. Energy attacks like that, the flood are just not a problem.
Yeah. Can I somehow use your Lobo lines in the future? What lines? You mean this one? I don't know how we would use that. Don't get me wrong. I've done plenty of things where I think of a line that I'd like to use in a sketch, and I set it to the side. But I also have the biggest thing is having some type of frame of reference for what type of sketch that line would be used in. So let's say I have a line that would be for a zombie sketch. I would write out a little synopsis on top and then have a line idea. And that whole idea becomes the whole frame, becomes more of a framework for the sketch. And I might not even use that line anymore. The line was more of a way to generate a full sketch from it. But just the line in and of itself you need to have a frame of reference. Like, what is he talking about? 200? Like, a lot of things have more than 200 bones. Just talking about people, that's a different story. I do thank you for the donation. I want to make sure that's clear. I do thank you for the donation. I remember seeing, because I've looked up a bunch of artwork of Stitch because of all the videos I've done. I remember seeing a zombie Stitch before. Anytime there's a parody character of something else, it's really hard to put them in our sketches because a bunch of people call it out. I've done One Punch Man videos. People like them, but also didn't like them. There was a lot of like arguing in the sketches, in the comment sections of the videos, and that's a mixed bag. Usually, we don't want people to argue in the bad way. We want people to have discussions. The Winchester videos, the first video, people pointing out the cults and salt and whatnot. That's okay. That's whatever. We knew that was going to happen. The second video, there's a handy amount of people who give Aizen too much credit to how big his ego was because he let Ichigo basically power up. If he were to come across two mortals that their logic would allow them to exist next to him, I guarantee you the way that Chris went and did that video would virtually play out. It would have played out a little bit differently, but if they still had the ability to win fights because that was part of their plot and armor, I say plot and armor because it winds up being two separate things with them sometimes, then he would lose. This one is actually more of a fair fight than the Aizen one, if I'm going to be honest, because like I said earlier, I was realizing that the demons and Demon Slayer are more related to the supernatural vampires. They're just more trained and highly specialized. And that's nothing that the Winchester brothers haven't fought before. They fought worse things than that and won. Now, did they win on the first go around? Not always, but they didn't die because plot, and then they came back with a vengeance and a plan. I did that one already. That's actually part of the main storyline. How do we do the Gentry Chow one? We can't have somebody. We can't do voice work with the thing, so it's got to be.
Because if it's voice work, it's going to be one of the two of us.
Neither one of us sound close enough to Sam or Dean to make it work.
I mean, we could probably do one line with a deeper voice and just have it be like a passing thing. But as an actual character talking throughout the sketch, no.
Yeah.
You want to be Muzan?
Yeah, sure.
Muzan, those are the Winchester brothers.
They're so handsome. Are they demons?
It doesn't matter how handsome they are. And no, not demons, demon hunters.
They're members of the Demon Slayer Corps?
Hunters, Muzan. Demon hunters, not slayers. No swords. Did you call me just to talk about how handsome they are?
Technically, they have machetes. I'm so sorry to point that out. That they actively use machetes all the time to kill vampires. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. I was totally distracted by the handsomeness. No, I'm calling because I think they did something to me. I can't move.
That sounds like a devil's trap.
What?
Are you standing on a pentagram?
I don't. Oh, yep. Yes, I am. Man, I'm low-key jealous of how handsome they are.
Stop getting distracted by the handsomeness and focus. They're probably just hoping the devil's trap holds you in place till the sun rises. So we need to get you out. Does it feel like the hold on you is as strong as it was at first?
I'm already breaking free. The hell?
This should be on. I'm already breaking free. Oh, what happened?
Someone else just appeared. Damn, he's handsome too.
What's his name?
The brothers call him Cass.
That's bad. Muzan, break free as fast as you can.
Why the sudden panic? It's hours until sunrise.
He's an angel and he can smite you. It's not sunlight, but it might as well be. Basically, concentrated divinity.
They're faster ready to break this damn devil's trap thing. Hey, get your hand off my fort.
Or whatever the sound is. Muzan?
Kind of a fizzling.
We hear the sound of the phone being picked up. Hello?
Your demon friend's dead.
Like panicked hang up. I need to check the front door real quick because I can't have anyone ringing the doorbell right now because people are sleeping.
Dr. 10, we have a Discord channel that's for that, by the way. If you want voice line work, there's a spot on the Discord for you guys to do that in the voice acting area.
Sorry. Okay.
Hey, Slayer. What do I think of what, Irving? I apologize.
I guess I need to call my dentist to let him know I'm going to be there. Hold on.
First 3 dungeon, you get eaten or enter inside a giant being. He calls literally because you got to eat again. We've done time travel stuff. It's actually the reason why Stitch is currently doing whatever he wants outside of the main storyline that I've still need to finish up. I should have been working on that, but like I just had no motivation at one point. And then when I have had motivation, I've been busy with other stuff. And then just dead on ideas and where I want to, like, I know the basic of how I want to end it. I'm trying to figure out a different spot. What's probably going to happen is that at one point I'm going to have an idea. I'm going to wind up making a whole ass like 20-minute script, and then we have to edit that.
Okay. Feedback. I'm sure there's issues.
There's the massive one that bugs me. The rest of it's not bad. I actually like a good portion chunk of it. You go too much on the handsome stuff.
Okay.
So if you cut a few of those lines, you can have Cass, that line about Cass being low key jealous of how handsome it is, have that be closer up and get rid of a couple of the other handsome lines, and then go ahead and make a comment on Cass being handsome. 1 to 2 lines on it, not a big deal. And you remember that that line idea that we had for the next one where it was oh god, it was in the other script. We said that we would try to find a way to work it in. How handsome they are doesn't matter.
Yeah, I basically have that in there. I just reworded it.
It doesn't matter how handsome they are. Yeah.
I specifically made a point. I made sure that line or one like it was in there. Okay, so I got rid of the middle handsome part. So the last mention of handsome is John saying, "Did you call me just talk about how handsome they are?" No, I'm calling saying they think they did something to me. And then it doesn't. Then Cass shows up. Damn, he's handsome too.
Which, since there isn't a bunch of mentions of it, does help to like go. Um,
Otherwise, it's good to record.
I think so.
Cool.
What do you guys think? I feel like it's there. Oh, you dropped your Dean in the channel. 1 second.
Your demon friend's dead, by the way.
I don't feel like being mean right now.
I'm just gonna do the I'm just gonna do the Dean myself. It's gonna be it's 4 words.
Yeah.
Your demon friend's dead.
Yeah. I think the script works as it is. It's nice, quick. It's got a fun punch to it. We fixed the one lore thing that we would have been yelled at, that they do use blades and swords and stuff. Well, machetes specifically. They have used swords before though too, but it's mostly machetes. Sorry, I got distracted. The amount of times I have rewatched the show is not small. We're currently, for everyone here, I'm currently looking at a way to find and buy the disc so we can not have to worry.
I'm going to mute you on my end so that I can record.
I've got to figure out how to do the Gentry Chow video and not have it sound. Oh shit!
Muzan, those are the Winchester brothers. They've been. Oh, you know what? What we didn't do is talk about how they're hopping.
You gotta have a not again thing. Instead of they've been universe hopping recently, because you've already had that in the second video, and this is effectively a third one now. I think that right there is enough. Just the word again, like have a deep sigh again, and have him go.
Actually, it's this. That answers everything.
I know how to fix this.
Okay.
You can have him say again. He doesn't need to. Right there, have him when he does his "they're so handsome" line, have him ask the question again, and then go, "Damn, they're so handsome," and then take out the "are they demons" question, and then go, "It doesn't matter how handsome they are, they're demon hunters." You don't need to say "no, not demons." You can just say "demon hunters." That way, you jump right to the Demon Slayer core thing. You already have that line. Oh, anyway. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That'd be Chris. My birthday is at the end of the year.
Yep. All right. Now I'm gonna.
I'll be 40.
You're a baby. Muzan, those are the Winchester brothers. Again. How handsome they are doesn't matter. Okay, I've just been getting a lot of calls about them recently. No, not demons. Demon hunters.
He sounds like he's moving a bit fast.
Hunters, Muzan, demon hunters, not slayers. No Nichiren blades, okay? Did you just call me to talk about how handsome they are? That sounds like a devil's trap.
There we go. You're slowing down now.
Are you standing on a pentagram? They're probably just hoping the devil's trap holds you in place until the sun rises, so we need to get you out. Does it feel like the hold it has on you is as strong as it was when it first caught you? What happened?
Messed up the line slightly, but that's okay. How do we do this?
Has anyone said his name? That's bad. Muzan, break free as fast as you can. He's an angel, okay? And he can smite you. It's not sunlight, but it might as well be. It's basically concentrated divinity. Muzan? Hello? All right.
He has no phone with you in some fashion, right?
Who?
Muzan?
Yeah.
It would probably be given the time period telepathically, right?
We just say all of our clients have phones.
Yeah.
People ask constantly, how does so-and-so get a phone? We just don't answer the question.
That's true. You talk to it, like I said, no one had a problem with you talking to the shark, so I feel like you would have heard him get zapped by Cat.
Yeah, we're gonna do the sound.
The smite sound. You watched the clip, right?
Yeah.
Did it have sound to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty loud, like burning sound.
So John's gonna hear it and be like, Muzan.
Yeah.
And then we hear the sound of the phone being picked up, and he goes, "Hello, your demon friend's dead."
Yeah.
Panicked, hang up.
If it looks good to you, it looks good to you. Wasn't sure how you wanted to play the sound bit.
Yeah, we'll just do it. Why is my eye doctor so obnoxiously difficult?
I've got a question for you, Chris.
Yeah.
Because you weren't aware of the Gentry Chow stuff. The reason why I was very specific about the vice principal bit was because Gentry is a high school girl.
Yeah.
And the way that this is written and everything, I'm like,
but isn't Gentry? Is she a demon?
No, kind of more like possessed with power. She has powers thanks to a specific robe that was given to her.
I guess I didn't read this carefully. Is the vice principal her stalker? Or is she stalking him?
No. So the vice principal has an obsession with the person who wound up causing the River Fork fire. And so he's not necessarily stalking her. When he finds out that she is the reason for the fire, it's not a stalking thing that happens, which is what gets me. It's more along the lines of like, oh, this thing happened. You need to be brought to justice. Justice needs to be taken. He takes it into his own hands. It goes wrong. Come to find out, she couldn't control it. There's a whole arc over it, right? Anywhere within that timeline of where that happens is really particular about how to handle. It's like dealing with the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
And the Yautja, if I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm reading this more and more, and I'm like, that's like trying to do the Powerpuff versus the Yautja call.
Right. So we have to tone it down and make it not creepy.
Yeah. We still have a couple days on it, right?
Does she have like a family and stuff in the show?
She has a grandma until the grandma dies and the grandma becomes a ghost.
Does she talk to the grandma after that?
She does because she can see the spirits. That's one of the powers that she was able to get. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
The more I
there's
sit
not
here and
really,
talk about it, the more I can remember it, which is nice.
there's not really a battle that's going to happen in that says there.
No, it's not a battle. That I'm like the way I keep viewing this. I'm like it would be better if it was a Winchester's versus one of her main bads than it would be trying to force her into the story.
Yeah, let me message to him.
We can have her in the story, but more like an afterthought than the main thing.
Right. So typically when we do these videos, comma, there needs to be someone for the Winchesters to fight, comma, and they wouldn't fight. The discovery that it's just a high school girl who's the source of these rumors isn't really a battle, comma, it's more of just like a discovery. And that's a really hard thing to do in the phone call format. Are you cool if we shift this to the Winchesters maybe fighting alongside her to defeat one of her big bads? Question mark. I said big bads, not big bags. Okay.
And it's Chris's birthday.
So how does that sound? So typically when we do these videos, there needs to be someone for the Winchesters to fight, and they wouldn't fight Gentry Chow. The discovery that it's just a high school girl who's the source of these rumors isn't really a battle. It's more of just like a realization, and that's a really hard thing to do in the phone call format. Are you cool if we shift this to the Winchesters maybe fighting alongside her to defeat one of her big bads?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make a heck of a lot more sense.
Let's see what they say.
Because I've done videos for everyone here. I've personally done, and he's done a few of them. He didn't do nearly as many as I did. I found as many interesting ways as I could to be like the Bobby or whatever we're finding out information. None of the videos did great. None of them really did super well unless it was like there was actual like combat type of stuff involved. And even then it was a little bit iffy. When it's a discovery type of situation, those calls tend to be more boring. That's just the reality of it. There's a niche and a bunch of people who like it. Those calls and that information usually needs to take place in like the middle of the sketch. So you have this funny lead up here. You find out what's going on. They're fighting together. Oh, Gentry is this thing, and then you move forward, right? Those videos also usually are longer than 3 minutes because the people who are going to stick around are the people who want those longer stories. And that's where I can put that expo in there of discovery and everything. That's how the Stitch series is written. You have a bunch of things happening. You have a bit of expo, whether that be long or short. And then you go back and you climb it back up again. That successful thing, roller coaster ride that you're dealing with is necessary. I apologize. Again, no sleep. Not great. And I can't eat for another hour, so I'm going to be eating late again. What? My theory is a wish was made in the DBZ universe, and Villain Sport created cell phone wish stated the whole thing. What? Magic phone? God. Hello from Sydney, Australia. We have a lot of people from the other side of the globe today.
We do. Okay. So I had to pre-register for my eye appointment. On next Friday. They're like, do it now. God, you guys, come on. All right. This is done. Let me pop this in here and grab this. I didn't download the. Dang it. I didn't download the video of the camera yet. So I'm gonna have to download this and record Muzan's lines. And then are you able to edit this today and get it posted?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. I mean, the other video is doing good enough. We can we should post it today. Friday and let it ride through the weekend is better than waiting until Saturday.
How good is the current video doing?
It's doing reasonably well. Give me a second here. I'll tell you. Download the video, you stupid fucking phone. There we go. Okay, that's done. Now this
I could have swore I told you that this we've done this. That you can look it up. That exists.
Yep.
I had full voice acting for it and everything.
Like literally, it exists.
Yeah.
And it's recent too.
Huh?
It's recent too.
Yeah.
Well,
within the last year, it's been over a year now, because I did it before.
Really?
Yeah, because I've been here for over a year. Because it was literally right before I moved. I finished filming and doing that. Yeah. I had to look up some stuff, and I was like, "Oh shit! I've been here for over a year now."
It's at 41,000 on TikTok. That's 20 hours in. It's at. Come on. It's at 90,000 on Facebook.
I'm doing good. Oh, it was like 80,000 a couple of hours ago on Facebook, so it's still trending on Facebook then.
Yep. And then we're at 15,000 on Instagram, which doesn't matter because they don't pay us.
24K on YouTube is what this says. There's been some. There was one comment about the volume on YouTube, which is weird because I don't have a volume issue anywhere else but YouTube. When I went and watched it on YouTube, when I saw the comment, because I originally watched it on TikTok, I watched it on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it is kind of low on YouTube for some reason."
I didn't notice that. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until the comment got brought up because I didn't watch
it. Put
the
volume halfway and it's fine.
Yeah.
It seemed to be affected by my spiritual.
I had to turn up the volume on it. Okay. Usually on like Facebook and everything, my volume's at like a 35 to 40. And on TikTok or YouTube, I just had to turn up the volume.
Right, well, I got to record Muzan's lines, and then I got to get this over to you, and then I'll let you put it all together.
Do we want to? Yeah, go ahead and record the lines.
Let's just wait. Let's just post it tomorrow.
Yeah, just yeah.
Then I'll just take care of it, and you work on the Gentry Xiao thing. Let's just assume that he's cool with us going against one of her big bads, and if he's not happy with it, sorry, but we're not gonna have the Winchesters fight a high school kid. Thank you, Philip Davey.
I need to look up. I think I know which one I want them to go after, but I need to look up the name and everything. It's also got for everyone here. It's got some very specific cultural references that I need to make sure I don't get wrong.
They're members of the Demon Slayer Corps.
Like they went above and beyond to make sure
I can't move
that they got their references correct. I need to make sure I do the due diligence as well.
I don't. Oh, Yep. Yes, I am.
I feel like if it's
I'm
season
already
1 Yusuke, they might fight him
Someone just appeared.
because he's a bit hot-headed.
Them too.
But and I mean, like, when I say season 1, I mean the first like 12, 13 episodes, right?
The brothers
Um,
just Cass.
anytime after he's
Why the
calmed
sudden
down
panic?
and
It's
whatnot,
hours until
I don't think that they would, because again,
Is there a faster way to
like,
break this damn devil's trap
and they
thing?
respect that.
Hey, get your hand off my forehead! Your demon friend's dead. Your demon friend's dead. Your demon friend's dead.
Oh no! We have lore about how villain sport got created. Like we have a very specific thing where and it follows the tradition of 99% real, 1% whatever, right? A lot of call centers, the reason other areas in the call center opens up is there's variety, but you usually start with a general customer service of some kind, and then that service, as time evolves and need evolves, you add additional departments. Yeah.
I have to go now and be present with family and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So the recording is over. You can stay live if you want to, but I told him I was going to get the recording done and then I would hop off and be present again.
You go do your birthday thing. I would say if you're going to post something, post about your birthday.
That's what I'm going to do.
And show off the thing.
Yep, we'll do. All right.
Okay. All
right,
right,
everybody.
Bye. Okay, so I'll be live for another 15 minutes or so. We're gonna look up Gentry's Gentry. Oh, I cannot fucking pronounce that right now. The list of enemies. The primary is Mr. Chen. Again, I have to read him. Demon Spirit, a very specific one. I'm gonna have so much trouble pronouncing these things, and I shouldn't have that kind of trouble. At least my character shouldn't. The Fearsome Guardians, Painted Skin Demon, the Bovine Monster. I feel like the easiest solution would be to either A, introduce them at the start, or B, the overarching Demon King type of scenario. I'm tired. I want food and I want a nap. Because the way the show is formatted, it is a coming of age story. It makes it really difficult to take away this battle. And if we're having them battle at the end, that makes sense because there's a lot of stuff going on. But the stuff that's going on at the end happens very quickly. I'm going to have to probably rewatch the series to see if there's enough time frame for the Winchesters to basically show up to that specific battle. And if I remember right, I think there is. Thankfully, there's only like 12 episodes. So it's not a hard push for me to like rewatch that series. Or at least fast forward through is what I'll probably do. I don't have full blackout curtains, but I can make it about as dark as what it is at like 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock, which is not great because it makes it, I can't turn off these lights, but there's still a healthy amount of light. Like if I look up, there's light, right? But I can make it work. I don't have full blackout. I need to get full blackout stuff. Oh, that actually sounds really good. Oh, that sounds really good. I don't want that. I don't have money for that right now. Money exists. No one give me money. Any money that you guys send me would go to me figuring out the. I gotta make a phone call to the funeral home. Figure out what we can do about that whole $20 fee every time I try to make a payment to it. Things would be paid off if it wasn't for that $20 fee. Because then I could do $100 here, $100 there, $100 here, $100 there, and just knock it all the way down like I do every other bill. Yeah, plywood windows, so it's kind of like blackout. Hey Levi, I'm gonna ask you to search something. Look up the broken window theory. I get where you're coming from. I do. I'm dealing with the same thing myself here, and I'm trying to get through it. For those of you who don't know, here's a very basic breakdown of it. The windows didn't open anyway. Here's a very basic breakdown. Money orders. Why do you say money orders? I pay over the phone. That's why I don't know why I'm getting charged $20 for something that I go, hey, here's the card number, do this, charge, and they're charging me $20 because I know how a POS machine works. At most, they're getting charged $2. Why am I getting charged 20 extra bucks? Like, how are they processing this? That's costing me that much just to process it. Yeah, William. Yeah. So again, I did see the video in time to let him know of the things and that the comments that there was going to be a lot of comments that he got a lot of things right. The salt doesn't work like that. Wrought iron doesn't work like that. The cult doesn't work like that. There wasn't he knows, he's aware that it's fine. The video is fun. At the end of the day, the video is a fun video. And most people didn't catch on to the salt. Most people didn't catch on to the iron. So the only thing the thing that people latched onto the most was the fact that the cult does kill the host. Here's the thing. I forgot what season, but later season Dean would still pull the trigger. We've seen it. I don't know about the marinated in Coke and Pepsi. Because first of all, how dare you marinate anything in Pepsi? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of marinating in sodas. But 86-hour steak marinated in a vinaigrette so that or pineapple. You can't do 86-hour marinated, but you can do an 86-hour smoke steak marinated. And then if you do a little bit of pineapple, not too much pineapple, and I mean, when I say a little bit of pineapple, because pineapple will literally make it like pulled pork type of scenario, use like less than a fourth of a cup of pineapple to your entire marinade. That thing needs to be thoroughly watered down. Yeah, pineapple will dissolve it if you use too much. Somebody did an experiment on like how much is too much, and you have to have like a cap full. It's barely any in there because the enzymes from the pineapple will still dissolve it almost no matter what. Pineapple upside down cake. But I have used pineapple to marinate and soften, and I only had to marinate for like an hour versus like the 3 to 6. Yeah, he might have been the one I watched. Somebody did like a break, like 4 different breakdowns of like fourth cup, half cup, whatever, and then like a capful or whatever, like barely anything, like a dash. And they found like the dash, just adding a tiny bit was like the amount that you needed. Some pineapple juice and honey smoke. That sounds good. So what I'm going to probably have to do is I'm probably going to have to, for the Winchester's versus, I'm going to have to take a nap, come back, we'll go live, we'll do the research. I'll probably do some research myself, and that will be me watching the show. Is the show still on Netflix? They didn't pull it, did they? Netflix has had a habit of pulling shows. I don't even know if Kipo is still on there. Now I gotta look up Kipo. I'm actively getting tired, so. No, Kipo's not on there anymore. That's stupid. Oh. I don't know why that's on the last episode. We finished the last episode. So it's 13 episodes long. I have to double check this, but I'm pretty confident episode 12 and episode 13 happen close enough to get. I think episode 11, 12, and 13 all happen. Nope. 10, 11, 12, 13, I think all happen at the same time. I think episode 9 is where plays out on the field of the bang, Night of the Stars. Nope. No. Episode 10 and episode 11, a month after the demon attack. That's my opening. I think that's my opening. Because that would allow the Winchesters to have heard about it. Okay. I'm using the descriptions to figure this out. Again, I'm tired. So I'll have to still that's a lot. That's a lot fewer episodes to go and watch. I can watch episode 10, rewatch it, refamiliarize myself with a little bit of series. 11, 12, and 13. I can watch all those within a very short time. In a time, not a quantity. Stop mentioning things I can't eat. First of all, I'm not supposed to be having a whole lot of red meat. I've cut back on that quite a bit. And I just had pork yesterday. But today is probably chicken and veggies and stuff like that, which is fine. But I'm hungry now. Oh, I got a half more hour. Okay, everyone. Here's how it goes. I'm really tired. We had a small stream with y'all. I knew Chris was going live. I was trying to figure out when he was going to go live before I popped on. And at 7 o'clock, I was still awake enough to done a full stream. But things happened, and then I put it off, and then he was available at 9. I was like, that's perfect time. We'll do that. I have had tuna steak before. I love a good tuna steak when done right. And I've made a couple of really good ones. But seriously, I'm going to call it. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to have some tea. I'm going to figure out what to eat. And then I'm going to take a nap, more than likely, after I get something in my stomach to settle it down and allow me to sleep. By the way, you shouldn't be eating and going to sleep, but I kind of do it more often than I should. It's a good series. And my oldest now plays the voice of Samara for a lot of our videos. I think that's pretty cool. Why 16 hours? You don't need 16 hours to do an oven roasted chicken. Why are you drying your chicken out? I am so sorry. That's a distraction right there. A turkey, maybe. Because a turkey, it's big enough. But I don't think I've ever seen a big enough chicken. Like even a turkey still gets dry after 16 hours. Like you have to base that thing and inject everything back into it. Who's cooking a chicken for 16 hours? What did you do to the chicken that you need 16 hours to cook it? I'm so sorry. I'm like, that's all I can focus on. That's so over. The meat is soaking in broth. You meant 6 hours. Okay. Little bit better. Still, what are you cooking? What temperature are you cooking the chicken on that it needs 6 hours? Even soaked in broth. Cold, a smoker. Yeah, smoked chicken. Yeah, I can see that. Smoked chicken. But in an oven? 3 hours would be like, on average, the max that you would need. Anything more than that would normally be overcooking the chicken. Oh, okay. For everyone here, what he's basically doing is cooking it long enough at just enough heat to kill any bacteria and then keep it juicy. So it takes longer to cook. I know what he's going to say. Okay. Average temperature to cook a chicken is 375 to 425. You will kill the bacteria at 235 because you only need 165 internal temperature for the chicken to be fully cooked. So at 235, you are below the average, which means it's going to take longer. A 375, 315, 375. Anything above 300, basically. Shortens that time down dramatically because you cook it faster. It's at a higher heat. The downside to cooking at a higher heat and faster is you will dry it out faster. You'll have parts that are dry out faster. Anyways, I have a recipe upstairs, and it's like a protein one, and you don't need any eggs. You don't need it because it uses dry egg. Or egg supplement. I actually use egg supplement because it was cheaper to get. And dry milk. So you wind up just having to add water and you create milk and it creates egg and it's really awesome. It's a really high protein. It's got fiber because I added chia seeds or something like that to it. I don't think it was chia seeds. It was something else. High protein, high fiber, really good pancake. I just need to grab the recipe again. I'm not going to go upstairs, grab it, and pull it down here. I'm calling it. I'm actively struggling to speak to you guys now. I love you guys. Thank you so very much for joining us. Go wish a happy birthday to Chris on any of the posts that you want to, especially his birthday post that I know that he will be making. Wish you all peace of mind, serenity, body, spirit, and harmony among others. Until winds blow your sails our way again. I want you to remember to take one breath, one step, one day at a time, and to have an Acme Day. Have an Acme Day as a pocket villain. Have an Acme Day will be retroactively billed to your account. Have an Acme Day, and have an Acme Day simply means that the best day you possibly can have. Bye now. I did it. I did the outro.